Hi, Bill Henshaw here again, Constitutional Kook Headquarters, more in the way of current events. And this one comes out of Palo Alto. You got one stupid ass, ignorant professor at Stanford that probably goes to describe almost all of them there. His name is Hakeem Jefferson, and he's claiming that quote unquote whiteness is a big factor behind anti vaxxers and anti masking, and doesn't have a clue as to why that is if it's true. The real reason, and we all have to get on the same page here, is that for at least us free white male state citizens, this is a government that declared a COVID pandemic, quote unquote. That's a joke as far as the medical merits, quote unquote, are concerned. But it's also a government in which we are not represented in any level. And you'll learn exactly why. Send me an email, uwinnincourt@gmail.com. I'll get information out to you about my constitutional defense document packets, modestly priced and much better information than you're ever going to get at Stanford University Law School. So, I mean, it's just not there. I can prove and I can do it a cappella. No elections, no electorate, no 14th Amendment, no right to trial by jury, no right to counsel, no habeas corpus, all of it. And this idiot is too stupid to understand. And what he does out there, he probably backs all these BLM movements and civil rights, quote unquote, rights from the non existent 14th War Amendment. And what you're doing there, Professor, if you don't know it, and all of you out there that are into these things, is saying, in effect, that we can invoke the federal regional martial law rule to gain equality with state citizens. And yeah, actually, you've done it, but not in the way you think. It's if you can't use the 14th Amendment, and believe me, it violated all 6 articles of the Constitution. I can destroy it in about 5 minutes in front of a jury. What you're saying is they didn't make us all equal by raising you up to the level of state citizens, which could not be done by amending the Constitution in the way it was done. Yeah, they made us all equal. They did it by doing away with the states and reducing us all, in our case, to stateless entities, not to mention slaves. So the freedmen didn't have a very long journey to travel there. They went from one level of slavery to the other, and it's been that way for 160 years. Come on, people, wake up out there, see what the real story is. You can get a lot of information on that. Send me an email, uwinnincourt@gmail.com, and I'll send you information on my materials that I have, and I can prove all of it. I don't say it if I can't prove it. And I can. I have, for example, an 83-page legal brief on admission of new states. And like all of the documents I have, no local dumbass has ever even acknowledged it, let alone made an attempt to answer it. And they're the ones that have the sworn duty to sustain at least the government's burden of proof on jurisdiction and venue of a trial court, which they can't do. So where we're headed, if we go back to where we were, it wasn't perfect maybe 150 years ago, but it's a hell of a lot better system that got put in place, with the Constitution than what we have now. And if we need to go back and adjust things or fix them, we can do it with amendments to the Constitution consistent with that document, not in contravention of it. And that's where I draw the line, and everyone should be drawing the same line. If you can just change the Constitution any way you want and total disregard, especially for Article 5, there's no Constitution. That's exactly what's happened with that damn 14th War Amendment, and we have to get that out of there. And boy, if I got some information you're going to love on this, and some new documents, including a petition for redress, I'll be talking about in the next video, I should say. And there's just a lot of good news happening here. And when the 9 old farts come back from summer vacation, first Monday in October, I think we're going to be in a window where we can see some real changes, and I'm going to be one of the first in line to see that we get them. You can help with this too. If you want to join me and join my class action writ of habeas corpus to the U.S. Supreme Court, let me know. Send me an email, uwinnincourt@gmail.com. In the meantime, Hakeem, I challenge you And at one and the same time, all of the legal professors at Stanford University to take me on in an a cappella debate about the Constitution, history, and laws of the United States, and do it in front of your students, and we'll see who the hell knows the law and who doesn't. That said, remember to like the videos, subscribe, tell your friends, get the word out. As soon as we start all working together here, Americans, Asians, and Africans, and get the right issues, the sooner we get these bastards off our backs. Thank you.